New second job, huh? Okay, all right.
Yes,
What's your
sir.
what's your second job?
Just I got back into Amazon again for the
Okay,
flexibility. Yeah.
okay, nice, man. That's. So you say Amazon Flex?
Yeah, flex.
Okay, so you pretty much your own boss still, right?
Yeah.
Some way you gotta just go drop all the packages and stuff like that. But yeah, it's still,
Well, yeah, it's like the warehouse associate. So, I just go there, but I can basically pick any hour I want or how long I want to work.
okay. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Nice, 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 man. So what is your plan for getting a second job? And what is
Um,
your point?
well, I mean, um, trading, I was going to try to make, trading, a second source of income. And it still is going to be a second source of income, because recently, I actually just got money back from a certain stock, even though it wasn't that much, but I got money back from it. So now I, see there could be more money made with it.
Yeah, what stuff was that?
The ULTY, believe that's what it's called.
Oh, you got into UTLY. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So you obviously been getting paid dividends from that though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I have.
But then it actually exploded.
You said it exploded?
Yeah, you checked it recently?
No, I haven't checked it recently.
Man, you should check your portfolio now, bro. And you might as well share your screen, bro, because your portfolio probably is times 10 because you was buying it at $3 and some change, right?
Yeah, I bought it at $3 and change.
How much did you buy?
I bought 7 shares, I think.
Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so it's times 7 shares times 7 shares times, and I could probably say what's in your account. 7 shares times 35. So you probably got $245 in there right now. Um, because
Really?
yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Go take a look at it. Oh, I won't pull up my trading view, but yeah, go you able to log in right now? Log in right now and tell me what that portfolio looks like because I
Okay.
was just like I said, I was just in I don't think I posted it and I posted that you was at and that's what I'm saying. You're probably the only one that actually listened and actually exercised what I actually put in the group because
Really?
yes, because I just chewed out because I have a free group. I obviously don't have you in the free group because you pay,
No,
right?
I think I'm in both. I believe I'm in both.
Okay, you in both. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Because but I know it was easy to catch inside the paid group because I only post a little bit of stuff inside that paid group because I don't want to get too bombarded and crazy. And the free group
Right.
is really just to educate people, get people see where their heads at because literally I gave them that play and the play inside the actual um premium group, and nobody got the stock. Nobody went and bought the stock. So I went in my free group and pretty much chewed everybody out, saying that I'm not sure if anybody got into this stock, but
Right.
now the stock's up 908%.
Wow.
So nobody said anything, so I didn't even know if anybody got in. But that's good to hear that you actually got into it. Like so,
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow, man.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then just like I said, I told people to stock up on those stocks anyway because they're dividends paying stocks. So,
Right.
you could have had a hot 30 shares of stock in there and it shot up to $35. That's crazy work, man.
Yeah. Nah, that's actually crazy to hear, man. But I want you to know that now that I've, put and actually put forth the effort and actually seeing, profit, like it's a good feeling, even though it wasn't really, that much profit, but I've seen profit and I know what the future can look like.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, UTLY stock is actually at $39 right now, bro.
Oh, Jesus, man.
So if you would have thrown $100 more on there, bro, like you would have seen a lot more profit, you know. But I guess you know,
Yeah,
but that's the type of learner you are, man. You are a learner to where you know you take the information, you exercise the information that I give you, and that's all I ask. All I ask is y'all
yeah,
exercise the information that I give you because you exercised it and you were actually able to see those profits, and that made you a believer even more, right?
yeah. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm excited to hear that, bro. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
nah,
stuff
shit,
now.
I'm excited, man.
That's good. That's good, bro. That's good. All right. So, you know, what we're gonna do today is not letting me pull it up on my trading view. So I'm just gonna look up because we are talking about stocks. I'm just gonna look up some stocks right now and see.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. Man, that is exciting.
Yes, man,
Somebody
it is.
actually took the play.
Nah, because I was like, like when you sent it, I was like, like I've yet to make quote unquote my first trade, Jay. He's basically just giving it to us. I might as well try.
Man, that's exactly how I feel. But you'll be
Yeah.
surprised how many people don't. It's because they're
Yeah.
like scared. They I don't know what it is, bro.
I'm not scared no more, man. I'm not scared no
I'm not
more.
scared no more. All
Yeah,
right, yeah,
I'm telling you, man. I'm not scared no more, man.
that's good. That's good to hear, man. And a lot of my other students have been successful as well. Like
Yeah.
the girl Jazz that I put inside the group. You know, she inside the paid group as well, but she she got into PLTR, right?
Okay.
PLTR is the chips.
Says chips.
Yeah, they do like, they do chips for AI chips.
Oh, okay, okay.
And she got into that trade and because and that was her first trade, right?
Oh, really?
And she was really eager to get into a trade. So I said, yeah, get into this. When she asked about PLTR, I looked at it and I said, well, get into a buy on PLTR, a call, you know, when it comes to option trading, it's
Okay.
calls. So she got into a call on PLTR and she got into a call on AMD, right? AMD
AMD.
is another AI chip as well. That's up at $216, right?
Okay.
But she should be actually up. Well, AMD's been playing around today because what it does is it plays around with your emotions a little bit, and then it takes off pretty much. So today was pretty
Yeah.
much just a day to just play around with your emotions on AMD. Um, but what I saw on AMD and why is I saw this symbol, right? I saw this sign right here. I like to look for the double bottoms, right?
Yeah.
So the double bottom happened like this, right? It looks like a W, and then
Right.
to come back down, it has to come back down and it has to enter in right here, right? So that's what happened over here. The double bottom, right?
Right.
They extend to pull back down. I mean, even extend it even more because it's really supposed to extend past here. So
Yeah.
that would have been more accurate. That extend right here would have been more accurate. But then waiting for the pullback down, right? So you could have pulled down here, right, and entered for a call, right? And then it still
Yeah.
pulled back down again. So when you got in for the first time on right here, this right here, you're in profit up here, right?
Right.
And then it goes back down to your entry down here. So that's how the market plays with your emotions, and that's why you have to. master emotional intelligence and actually trade what you see, right?
Okay.
Because if you zoom in again, it actually has another double bottom right here on top of the zone, right? So this right here would have been a more accurate entry. I wouldn't say accurate entry, but it wouldn't have played with your emotions as much because after that happened, right, it took off here and went up even more, right?
Okay.
So we would have been exiting right here. And
Mm.
let's say from entry, it would have been up $1.75, right? It would have been up $1.75
Yeah.
from entry. So that is key, right? Key is to
Yeah.
trade what you see, the double bottoms, the double tops, right? Let's see if I can find a double top. All right, so here's a double top right here with a head and shoulders pattern, right? Double top right here with a head and shoulders pattern, right? So we gotta, first of all, it's the head and shoulders pattern, right? This is the head, that's the shoulder, right?
Okay.
So you gotta enter it. All right, so you enter in on the double top, which was right here, right? So you could have been entering right here because you know it was gonna
Right.
make an M, right? So we're selling right here. Most everybody's buying right here though, because you know it looks like it's going in an uptrend, looks like it's about to buy, but then you see this candle right here, that is a inverted hammer, right? As an
Right.
inverted candlestick right there. So we saw this big wick at the top. So normally, you know, if you know it's an M happening, right? You see this big drop happening, but then you see it pull back up here. When you see it pulling back up here, it's not pulling back up here to push. If it doesn't push past this zone up here, then we have a double top.
Okay.
Now, if you miss this double top right here, second entry would have been right here. After it pushed past below here, we're getting into calls right here. I mean, we're getting into
Mm.
puts right here. Puts. Because as you see, this right here dropped below. You just had to be patient enough for it to pull back because you know it's going to pull back in that zone because it's doing this. It's doing the same thing that it did with the double top, with the trip with the
Right.
double bottom, which was this, right? It did this, which looks like an M, right? But then it came back, what, and touched this zone right here
Mm-hmm.
or the cell, which would have been the shoulder. This right here would have been a shoulder, but it also was pulling back. You know, it was pulling back because of this formation pattern right here. So once you learn
Right.
this formation pattern, like you know, killer. You know, you're gonna kill the game because I had a student that into my forex courses, and I taught him this, and he killed the game, and he disappeared. Right, he did not disappeared in a good way because he was making so much money that he really just disappeared off Facebook.
Wow.
Yep, disappeared off Facebook because he figured out what he needed to do in order to be a successful trader. I would that, and that was when I was giving my actual um, mentorship for free because
Oh wow.
I was really just now learning trading. You know, I didn't really make that significant amount of money yet, so I was giving out. You know, my free group was my free group. Like I gave out all free stuff out there in there. I didn't really pay to have anybody. Nobody paid when I was first started trading.
Wow, man.
Yeah, so I look at that stuff as my contribution to society, right?
Right.
Each one teach one. So,
Yup.
study these formation patterns that I just showed you tonight, because that's going to be another nugget. So you see why I made these trades and why I made these trades, right? The question is why? Why are you making these trades? You want to always be able to answer the why question.
Right.
So we got a shoulder right here. We got a head down here, right? And we got a possible shoulder right here. But the shoulder actually was right here. That was actually the shoulder for the actual buy. So right here down
Okay.
here, We're doing calls, right? We're doing calls right here. So she's in a call, and we're looking for it to. But just like I say, today was play around day, play around with your emotion day. That's why you see
Right.
all of this. That's playing around with people's emotions, man. So so the next thing is what we're looking for is it to make its way back up because what goes down must go up. What goes up
Yep.
must come down, right?
Yep.
So that's what we're doing. We're playing the game with the stock market, pretty much, just by understanding this chart. All right, so let's look at I think yeah, I don't know why UT. I think UTLY take their ticker off here, man, to be honest, because
Wow.
I can't really pull it up, but it's on the broker. Okay, it's right here. But it's pulling up this and not the chart. It's pulling up call
Mm.
options, puts and calls. I don't know why it's not pulling up the chart, but we ain't gonna worry about that. Let's look up what Meta's doing because Meta's down at a buy zone, right? So I'm looking for Meta to make his way back up here because it
Yeah.
was all the way up here, right? So I even show you what a negative look like in your account because I have a negative in my account right now for Meta, which I should have put in a put up here, right?
Yeah.
Probably should have put in puts up here. But I ended up getting into buys up here, which was probably not a good idea. So we had this. So I had a call right here, which it did call for a little while, but then it did this. But see, this right here, this why you got to be prone on when Donald Trump speaks, because it did a double
Yeah.
top and then it dropped, pulled back all the way back up to touch this zone right here, and then dropped again. So I should have got out when it was up here, right?
Right.
But I'm in until expiration because we got news this week, right? I look at the news right here on Forex Factory for Forex, but when I look at it for the stocks, I really just look at the actual USD because USD is going to affect your stocks.
Right.
So there's another tool that you can actually use by just looking to see when USD has news, or you can go on company earnings and see, or you can look on here and see when they got company earnings as well. But a
On
lot of,
TradingView?
huh?
On TradingView, you can look at that?
On TradingView, you can too. Yeah, they'll
Okay.
let you know every stock that you look at. It'll show you it'll show what stock has earnings.
Okay.
But but in order to just get into a system, to look at the fundamental side will be to go here and look at USD. So this made the market drop, right? This right here is happening tomorrow. So hopefully
Okay.
the unemployment claims don't make the market drop it even more. Hopefully the unemployment claims does something like this, spikes it up like this.
Yeah.
Now we got this big gap right here. Hopefully, we down here at this zone. Hopefully we do one of those numbers to where we do one of those numbers down at the same zone because it's not in the same zone. So see down at the same zone. Those are the same zones that where it rejected each time. So even if it does this, even if it spikes back down here, I need it to be here. I need to do one of those numbers.
Right.
I'm looking forward to do that for the W, right? And obviously come back down here and touch the zone, right? For the
Yeah.
takeoff. So you just got to be good with seeing these patterns, once you get good at seeing these patterns, like right here, you see was even another good time to get out. Saw a double top, right?
Hmm.
Saw it drop below. What did it do? Came here, came back here, touched the zone, and dropped again. Right.
Okay.
So
Right.
so there you go. That's just a nice way to see nice review on what I look at in the market to make sure I know what to get into. Now, what how I knew to get into UTLY was just the simple fact of is they pay dividends, right? I don't really care when it's a dividends paying stock. Normally, dividends paying stocks stay around the same price. That's why I was actually surprised that UTLY actually shot up like that. But
Yeah.
half 9 times out of 10, you know, 9 times out of 10, a lot of investors actually invest into these ETFs. They're called ETFs, right?
What, ULTY is a ETF?
Yeah, UTLY is a ETF, which means there's multiple securities inside that one stock, right?
Okay.
All right, so as like I said, I don't know why it's not pulling up the chart, so we could actually look at the actual financials of UTLY. They must not want us to look at the financials. Obviously, you see that they don't want us to look at the financials because that means
Yeah.
they doing something crazy with UTLY. That's why it shot up to $39,
Right.
all the way from $3.
That is a crazy jump.
Yeah, so think about if you had 1,000 shares. Hold on, let's see. How much would 1,000 shares be? He actually got into me with UTLY. Yeah, he said I'm a believer now. Exactly. Congratulations. Yeah, so
Thank you. Thank you.
you know, it's the Aries. She didn't jump. She didn't jump. Okay. Oh, okay. The lady didn't jump on. Okay. Okay, I'll let her know. Yeah, remember I was in my group at saying nobody hopped into the trade, but he actually hopped in. He said, "Yeah, you was giving me a play for free," so I said I might as well use it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right, so yeah, say you had what? Let's do 300 shares. 300 shares times $3. So say you invested $1,000 in this stock, right? About that's
Right.
like $945 for 300 shares. So add $3.15, right?
Right.
So now you got 945, but then it shoots up to what is it? 39.86. So you do 300 times 39.86. So now your portfolio would have been at 11,000 right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that minus 945. Yeah, you would your gains would have been 11,013 just from putting $1,000 in that stock.
Man, I should have put more.
Right, but see, you was just testing it out, man.
Yeah, no, y'all was testing the water, so I can't, know what I'm saying? But dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, that is crazy. I didn't expect that Jack to do that either, but like I say, I seen I'm in. I don't know if you do you, I'm in. I downloaded the Reddit app.
Reddit?
Yeah, Reddit. And,
Okay.
and Reddit they post like little things like that on Reddit. So Reddit posted UTLY is that's how I knew it was up 908% because UTLY said UTLY is up 908%. I said, what? So I looked, I said, wow, it jumped up to $35 yesterday. Now it's up $39 today. So think about
Jeez.
a $11,000 gain and you just like I say, put it to play.
Right.
But crazy, crazy work.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another question I want to ask you right quick. So, and you said when you looking for stocks, you look for dividends?
Yes, I look for dividends. Um, I look for dividend paying stocks, which are ETFs, and
Okay.
um, those ETFs are multiple, have multiple stocks in them, and they
Okay.
pay out dividends monthly. And UTLY doesn't pay, it pays out, I think, like every 2 weeks maybe, I believe.
Wow.
But I have a stock now that pays out 3 times a week.
Jesus.
Well, 3 times a month. So yeah, and what one is that? That's TSYY. I think I posted that inside the
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I remember that name.
yeah. So get some TSYY because it's still cheap.
Okay.
Ain't no telling what it's going to do by the end of the week, by the end of the year, because a lot of these stocks are going to run up because these billionaires are well, they're going to run up the price before it's going to sell. These billionaires are running up the price, and then they're going to snatch their money out.
Okay.
So the play would be to get into a stock like UTLY and put in like $1,000 worth of stocks or worth of your money, which is like 300 shares. But think about it, if you would have got to a stock that was less than $3, what if that stock
Right.
was like $1.50, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that $1.50 ran all the way up to $35 overnight. That's crazy,
Wow.
game. It's crazy, game.
Uh-huh. Hey, yeah, I'm definitely about to stock up on these for sure now. Let me see if I can save this one.
What broker did you use for your stocks?
Oh, I just the ULTYY. I was just on my phone, so I used Robinhood.
Oh, okay, Robinhood, Robinhood. Okay,
Yeah, I didn't get to trade on my Charles Schwab yet.
okay, yeah, yeah. See, the Charles Schwab is more long term. Your Robinhood is good for option trading.
Uh-huh. Yeah. See, that's what I did. I did the options for the ULTY.
Oh, you did the options for UTL.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, you did options. So you know how to get into like calls and puts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, 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 nice. Okay, so you bought. Well, that means you bought 100 shares if there's one contract. I think you said you bought seven
Yeah.
shares.
Yeah. I bought 7 shares of ULTYY.
Okay. So yeah, which means you still have those, but when you do options expire. So that's what I'm trying to figure out if you actually bought them or did you do options?
Yeah. No, I did an option for them, and it
Okay.
was still saving it, how much I had into it and growing it until I transferred it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. 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 Awesome. Awesome. All right. So yeah, did you have any questions for me, like on your chart, on charting, on entering trades, anything?
No, sir.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes. So we're gonna um let this meeting be adjourned. I just wanted to show you market structure. If
Okay.
you and see, and just like I say, it was good to hear that you guys had stock. All you gotta do is pretty much exercise what you hear on or what you learn on here and,
Uh-huh.
and what you see inside the group, and you'll be successful, bro.
Yep.
I would just go in and practice and see if your eyes see what my eyes see, which will be the double bottoms, the double tops, inverted head and shoulders patterns, and head and shoulders patterns. That's your homework for the next
Uh-huh.
class.
Okay. Yeah, I need to also finish reading that book too. Got pretty
Okay.
far into it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. 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 We're gonna do that then. Finish reading that. Do your charts because the book is gonna be like, kind of like class, right? But
Right.
then your chart is pretty much like your lab where
Right.
you're
Mm-hmm.
exercising everything that you learn in the class.
Okay.
Let me know what your results are on things that you actually uh, learn and things that you actually practice as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know, man. I'll keep
Maybe
you
we'll
updated.
review all that on the next class.
Okay.
I was just looking at houses in Florida.
Yeah, just popped, so it's about to burn
I'm glad we ain't buying that.
right now because the side look at 2008, the side looking right now.
All right, bro.
Oh, sorry.
All right, man. Nice
All
talking
right.
to you.
Talk to you soon, bro. All right.
All right.